Based on one of the most beloved movies of the last 30 years, Pretty Woman the Musical is the latest movie adaptation playing on Broadway. It stars Samantha Barks and Andy Karl in leading roles, with Orfeh, Andy Karl's real-life wife, I know, a little awkward, amongst the supporting cast. Music and lyrics are done none other than by Bryan Adams, yes, that Bryan Adams, and direction and choreography are by Jerry Mitchell. The runtime for Pretty Woman is approximately 2 hours and 30 minutes with one intermission and is currently playing at the Nederlander Theater. If you're unfamiliar with the premise, a shrewd corporate raider from New York falls for a spirited hooker in Los Angeles and over the course of several weeks ignite a complicated but wonderful journey of love and self-discovery. I went with my wife, who was way more excited than I was to see it. All we could gab about on the taxi ride over there was if it could make us forget about Julia Roberts and Richard Gere for at least 2 hours. Well, we sat 4 rows from the stage, and by the end of the first hour, Roberts and Gere were not missed. It was clear the show was riding on the strength of the cast and the music from Bryan Adams. Set design and choreography are an afterthought here. Karl has become a Broadway leading man. You could see it in his walk, his posture, the sound of his voice. Samantha Barks, who I had never seen until now, shined with charm, beauty, and talent. Orfeh blew me away on the power of her voice alone. There aren't many actors on Broadway with pipes like hers. The pace of the show is brisk and energetic in the first half, but withers in the second. Much of the reason is because the most fun parts of the story are when our protagonists first meet. Once the relationship is established, the story becomes a little bit more serious and realistic, and towards the end, the magic of the movie is nowhere to be found. But apart from the lack of magic, the reason this show will do well, no matter its flaws, it's because it's a great excuse for people who originally saw the film, mostly women, to embrace together the nostalgia of the 80s and 90s. Pretty Woman the Musical is not must-see theater, but it is a guilty pleasure with a happily ever after ending.